step is to mix a 1/3 cup of warm water with 2½ teaspoons of yeast. You're going to let it sit until foamy, about 10 minutes. Add 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons warm milk, 2 tablespoons melted butter, and a 1/3 cup brown sugar. Swirl to dissolve the sugar. Add 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm making this by hand by stirring it with a wooden spoon, but you can use a Bosch, a mixer, with a dough hook. Just keep mixing your dough until a ball starts to form. Next, you're going to knead the dough on a lightly floured surface for 2 minutes. Again, if you're doing this in a mixer, the mixer will knead it for you. This is only if you're doing it by hand. Next, you're going to form a log-like shape and divide it into 12 pieces. It does not have to look pretty. This is not the step where you're shaping them. That will be later on. So you're just going to tear off 12 pieces and stick it on a greased cookie sheet. Here we have our 12 pieces. Next, we're going to cover this with saran wrap and a damp cloth and let sit for 10 minutes. Next is the shaping part where they actually start to look like a roll. What you're going to do is just take from the top on all 4 sides and push to the bottom, and just pinch the bottom and flatten the top out to make it into a little round ball. You're going to do that with all 12 pieces of dough. Next, you're going to spray the saran wrap you were using to cover the rolls with a little bit of oil, and then cover the rolls again to rest for an additional 30 minutes. While your dough is resting for the 30 minutes, you can bring a large pot of water to a boil and set the oven temperature to 425. Next, you're going to add a 1/4 cup of baking soda to your water and stir that in. Once the water is boiling, you're going to drop 2 rolls into the water using a slotted spoon, leaving the rolls in the water no more than 30 seconds. After 15 seconds, flip the rolls over. Where you took the rolls off on your pan, go ahead and spray it again. Remove your rolls from the boiling water and place them on the cookie sheet. Your rolls will look a little funny after you've boiled them, but don't worry. Once you see them come out of the oven, you will be amazed. So the next step, after you've boiled all 12 rolls, you're going to put a slit in the top of each one using a serrated knife. Not too deep, maybe 1/4 of an inch. Doesn't have to be precise at all. Next, you're going to sprinkle each roll with some kosher salt. Now the rolls are ready for the oven. Stick them in for about 8 to 10 minutes. We'll check them after 8 minutes to see how they look. After 8 minutes, they're looking really good, but our ultimate goal is to get them really brown on top. So we're gonna go with a few extra minutes. After 6 more minutes, which makes a total of 16 minutes of these being in the oven, here they are. Don't they look beautiful? I just love how easy this recipe is, and I have so many people telling me they love it and wanting me to make it for them. And they look beautiful, but they're so simple.